G'day guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be showing you the Renault Clio RS Sport. Here it is guys, the Renault Clio RS 200 Sport, finished in this beautiful liquid yellow. This is in fact, an extra option. You do have to pay a little extra for this marvelous color, but it is all worth it once the sun does hit it. As you guys can see when I'm turning around it, just the way the sun hits it, it does really change color. This is the 4th generation of the Clio. This is obviously codenamed the 200. This is the first Clio that has 4 doors, like the Clio from the RS line. All the other ones had 2 doors, but as you can see, they have kind of put them a little bit of a hidden spot, so it really hasn't kind of took away from the aesthetic of a 2-door hatch, which obviously is great for the people that did obviously love that type 2-door hatch cars. Unfortunately, this model did not come in a manual. It came in a dual clutch. All the other previous ones all came in 5 or 6 speed manuals. Also, this was the first model that came with the turbo engine, the 1.6 4-cylinder turbo engine. The previous generation, the 182, came with the 4-cylinder 2-liter aspirated engine. Very high compression ratio though, so it did perform very well. Now the front is very low to the ground. If you decide to chuck any type of lip on this, you are going to scrape everywhere you go, which is a bit of a problem. As you can see, the wheels are a nice black wheel, a little dirty, but yeah, Michelin Pilot Sports 215/40, 18-inch. This is a square setup anyway, so obviously the backs are the same. As you guys can see, it does, as I said, have a gorgeous color. The most interesting part of this is the back, and before I do get onto the back, I do want to mention the front. The front brakes do have ventilated brakes, and I'm pretty sure they are double pistoned. As you can see, my favorite car is the back, just because of how aggressive it does look, with the dual exhaust exits. I would like to see all the silver trimming in gloss black. I felt like that would have looked a tad better, but just depends really on the color you do get in. Or standard, they do come like this. For example, if you did get it in like a hot lava color, it would have looked maybe a tad better with the silver, the black, and obviously the lava red. And this vehicle right here is only around $16,000, which isn't too much. It is a 2014 model, and for a young person, again, if you want something different, it could do the job for you. Now let's have a look into the interior. Obviously this does have keyless entry. Very nice steering wheel. As I said to you, they have lost the manual gearbox and put pedals. very nice, red accents. I really do like the seats of this as well. The seat bolsters are fantastic. They do really lock you in. Also a nice feature is like this engraved RS logo. I do quite like that. As we do look into the back, as you can see, not too much space. If you really are in a tight situation, you can put people in there, but preferably better for a younger person because they will be driving it, alone. I do want to, kind of have a look at the engine, and I do want to explain a couple of things. This car does not have a timing belt. As I just said, this does not have a timing belt. It's got a timing chain. Generally all these, high level hot hatches do have chains, not a timing belt. So how it works is, unless it doesn't, cause you mischief, you kind of don't have to change it. But if something does happen to it, you probably have heard sometimes, a timing chain get loose, you're probably better off changing the whole motor, because it probably would cost you the same thing. So this is it. Now let's go for a drive, and I will explain a little bit of how it does drive, because as you guys can see, with standard it is pretty low. So this car, as I said, does come with the 1.6 turbo engine, no manual gearbox anymore, which kind of, I think, very low-key ruined this experience, because if you do buy a sports car, you do want it to be a manual. But yeah, they have kind of changed it up a bit, so maybe for more sales. This has been the trend for the past couple years. Golf R's, for example, the MK7s came in a manual gearbox the first couple years, and then kind of after that it faded away because they couldn't sell enough. But then comparing the Golf R to this is completely different cars, because if you would compare a Golf R to a Renault, a sports car, it would probably be the Megane, the bigger brother of this. And again, also they have made the Meganes in automatics. They did refuse to do it for many years, but they haven't. But yeah, this dual clutch isn't too bad. It does give you kind of that thrill of a sports car. The way the car rides anyway is very rough. The spring rate is very high, and I've driven like polo GDIs and stuff like that, and nothing like that. This is pretty rough. There's been times where it is a tad too rough. You do kind of need to get used to it. Power wise, this is 147 kilowatts, but quite a light car as well, so it is plenty. Once you do put your foot on the gas, it does go. 240 newton meters of torque as well, so the power is quite there. I don't know tuning potential wise how it would go, or if any good companies have produced some good systems for it, some good tunes for it. But yeah, all rounder, how I would describe it is if you want a very raw, you know, driving feel, you know, all the time, you know, it is worth it. And it is something different because it's kind of like, well, I don't want to buy something a tad smaller than a Golf or a Megane or whatever it may be. And everyone always kind of just goes to, oh, I'll just buy a Golf GDI. I'll just buy a Polo GDI. Oh, I'll just buy a, you know, any type of that sort of car. The reason why I think people, you know, don't look at this car too much is repair costs if something does happen to the vehicle, which is, you know, not, you know, you can't really be like, oh, you know, that's not a valid enough reason. A lot of people don't buy certain vehicles because of, you know, maintenance and stuff, because you, at the end of the day, you don't want your car to break down after a couple of years. That's about it from me today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Stay safe, guys. See you later.